Now to matters to do with the Kenya-Somalia border, and that is the maritime border. And Somalia continued its oral arguments before the International Court of Justice on Tuesday evening by stating that Kenya's principal response to the case has been to assert that the dispute with Somalia did not crystallize until 2014. Lawyers representing the Somali case told the court that as Somalia has already explained, that position is completely wrong and is contradicted extensively by the documentary record. Leila Mohammed remains on that story.
Kenya objected to Somalia's use of the official U.S. government chart of the Somalia-Kenya coast. It contended that British Admiralty Chart 3362 is more accurate.
For the second day in a row, Somalia had its day in the Court of International Justice, and it continued with its onslaught to show that its southern neighbor's claim over a disputed maritime border was not factual.
Kenya determined the appropriate base points from which to construct an equidistance line. It constructed its own provisional equidistance line. This slide, which is also at tab 52, shows the resulting equidistance line.
Kenya has presented her defense via written submissions and extra evidence that it was hoping would be presented in court physically. However, the court declined the request. According to the registrar of the court, only 4 individuals per team were allowed into the court, with the rest appearing via video link.
It contends that the maritime boundary should begin on land, some 40 meters inland from the coast, at boundary pillar 29. The parties agree that boundary pillar 29 is the final marker on the land boundary between Somalia and Kenya before the boundary reaches the sea. Its precise geographic coordinates were disputed in the written pleadings, and Kenya again complains in the legal memorandum it submitted on 5 March that Somalia has incorrectly used astronomical coordinates without converting them to WGS 84.
The case was expected to continue Thursday and Friday, with Kenya presenting its oral arguments. However, with her decision to pull out of the case, the court is expected to hear Somalia's closing arguments Monday, March the 22nd.
The purpose of delimitation is not to apportion equal shares of the area, nor indeed proportional shares. The test of disproportionality is not in itself a method of delimitation. It is rather a means of checking whether the delimitation line arrived at by other means needs adjustment because of a significant disproportionality in the ratios between the maritime areas.
Leila Mohammed, NTV.